Hello. I'm testing out to see if this will flip because I tried a setting that I'm not really sure that I like, but yeah, and we'll see if the video gets flipped around. But today I'm just doing a get ready with me. It's been such a long time since I did that, and I thought, you know, it's time. And some of you asked for it because I just usually show when I do my eyeshadow, and it took such a long time to pick out a palette that I want to use because I'm really in, you know, so I'm sorry, using a lot of shades and yeah, colorful things. So I went through and I picked out palettes and I was like, no, but finally I decided on this, the Peachy Queen. Yeah, I wonder if this will be correct, but yeah, 90s baby. It looks like this. I've not tried any of the palettes I have, so that will be interesting. And there are not many mattes, but there are some satins, so we'll see if it works. But I normally do my base first, so this will probably be a long video. But yeah, and I'm trying out a new primer that I showed you in my haul. It's this from Illamasqua, the Hydra Veil, right? And it's so good so far. I've used it 2 times. Amazing. I don't need my pore filling primer when I have that on, which is amazing. And now we take out the piercing. But it's so weird because when you open it up, it looks like it just, you know, it doesn't show that you have taken out anything, but it's not like when you take it out, it's not liquidy, it's like jelly. It's so weird. Look, can you see? Look like that. I will take a little bit up here. I think I will need more, so let's do like that. Because it's not silicone. Now I probably took too much, but I had to take more the last time I used it, but it's not silicone at all. It's more like sticky, and after a while you can't take it out more. Oh, and it feels like it's drying pretty quick, but it's like, it's very sticky, but it works so fine, or so good, you call it. And you get, let's take, I don't know, you know, you should do a get ready with me when you have something to talk about, and I never plan what I'm going to talk about. So I don't know if I have something to talk about. But yeah, let's close this, and like you can see, it doesn't show that I have taken anything, just but I am, so far I'm really impressed by this. Let's do, and you know, you have the spoon like that. And at the moment I'm using my It Cosmetics CC cream, the normal one. I bought a backup of it, so it feels like it would be nice to use something up. But before I open the other one, I will finish some other stuff because I have a lot of things open. And I have a basket where I keep my, you know, the things I use right now in, you know, not highlighters, eyeshadows, bronzers, blushers, stuff like that, but the other stuff. And it was overflowing, so yeah. We'll see. Oh, I so want to try the brush, no, not try, I want to buy the brushes from Hiccup, because when Lisa was here, you know, when Malin and Linda and Angelica was here as well, she had bought some brushes from Hiccup that I tried, and the the powder brush was really nice. What does this look like? What is this? Okay, yeah. I have a lot of friends visiting here. And I'm just using, you know, from Real Techniques. It's like a stippling brush. And I'm very into these light coverage foundations right now because it suits my skin better. I don't use foundation to cover up my skin. I use it to even out, which is the purpose, but you know, because I'm so red, and that also, you know, covers that if I get red in public, it won't show. And this one doesn't smell as bad as the illuminating one. I always take too much. You think you're going to use more, but yeah, I take 2 pumps and it's always too much. Because yeah, I like that it has sunscreen in it. When I'm going on a cruise, if that will happen, you know, this stupid coronavirus. I'm so tired of hearing about it, so I won't talk about it, but we are going on a cruise in June and we start off in Italy, and I'm not worried about getting sick because I don't get sick like that, but I'm worried it will be cancelled, and if that gets cancelled, we have a big problem in the world because then it will be the coronavirus everywhere. But yeah, never mind. But when we go on a cruise, if we get to go on a cruise, I will have another sunscreen under this, even though it says 50, because I'm so afraid of it doesn't working. I don't want to find out after that it doesn't cover it. I'm sorry if you can see my mirror, but this looks exactly like when I have my pore filling primer, so it's not perfect, you know, on my nose, but I haven't found anything that is. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry, but I'm just tired of it being like this. And this is the best I can get right now, so I'm just happy that I don't have to use 2 primers. And that's good that I'm talking while I'm doing this, because then I can't edit it out. Oh God. Yeah, that's pretty. Do like that, do like that. I have figured out how to film and everything and to fix it into my computer, but the haul I uploaded I didn't edit at all, which you may notice, because that is an extra step for me, and I will do that extra step, but probably in this video. But yeah, not in that video I did, because if I can not do it, that will be better. And I have recorded the first part of my palette collection. Oh my god, that was so much more work than I thought, because some brands I can just go and pick the palettes, but when, you know, I did BH Cosmetics, I have 67 palettes from BH Cosmetics, and they are not in one place. It took forever, and I'm not looking forward to, because in part 2 I will have my ColourPop palettes, and I have, how many ColourPop palettes were there? 67. Oh, I have the same amount. I have 67 ColourPop palettes. Yeah, awesome. If I don't get my order from ColourPop before that, but that doesn't look like it. I ordered in the beginning of February. Come on, Sweden. Now I've been doing this for too long. And I took 2 pumps and I have a lot left, so stop doing that. So unnecessary. And I have 3 powders I go between. If I have a very bad day, I take my Body Shop powder because there is color in this. I have a backup of this as well, but yeah, it looks like that. It's really good and have great coverage. But when I only want, you know, to set everything, because I set my whole face, because otherwise it will be messy. How can I have brown powder in here? Have I put in my powder brush? Yeah, this is translucent, but apparently I have used my brush with color in here. And then I have this from Revolution, the Skin Finish Opalescent, that is like the hourglass one, but that doesn't set as well. It's more like a finishing powder. This was a bit upsetting. I have to clean that off, because I need to set my foundation a lot, because I'm not oily, but I get oily and sweaty, and nothing will stick if I don't powder down. And I don't have a problem with powdering down, but people may think I powder too much. But I'm not baking, but it's just that I want to make sure that everything is dry. And it never feels like it is. Oh, I want that powder brush from Hiccup. But it was apparently sold out, so I haven't been in their web shop. Oh, I ordered from Nomad Cosmetics. It was so fun because I wanted a pastel palette at Tokyo, whatever. Ooh. And Debbie made me push the button, you know, Debbie from Vinyl Beauty. She's linked down below. I really want to try that. And then I was on the website, and since I have to pay shipping anyway and it's really expensive, I thought, you know, I will order 2 more palettes. I'm not good at talking and doing my makeup at the same time, but yeah. I wanted the Berlin Underground and the one with the flamingos on it, but those 3 together cost $111. Is it dollars? I think it was dollars. But if I took those 3 and the 4th palette, the Marrakesh or what it's called, in a bundle, that cost $99. And I had a code, so I got 10% off. But then shipping was $25. And then I wanted to add 4 single shadows. But when I added those 4 single shadows, the shipping got up to $35. So no, because I am going to have to pay customs for that as well. Or tax at least. So yeah, I hope they are good because they will be very expensive. God, it doesn't feel like I'm powdering it down, but I'm thinking I'm just being ridiculous. And I have reorganized my room. I will show you that when I'm done with my palette collection. I'm sorry, I'm pilling in my ear. Never mind. So I have put my Hourglass and Marc Jacobs palettes in front of me, and some other expensive palettes, so I will use those more. So I'm actually using one of my bronzers from Marc Jacobs, and they are really good, so it's good. This is the one Omega Bronze Coconut Perfect Tan in Tantastic 104. I freaking love coconut smell, but this does not smell like coconut. And now I apparently can't smell. They smell a little bit like coconut, but mostly like the bad type of sunscreen, you know. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I like coconut smell. This will never be over. I have one more. It's the, you know, normal one, Tantric. But I think that is warmer, right? Or is it the other way around? They look very similar, and it's hard to tell when it's in different packaging, but they are different, I'm just telling you. It looks like this is darker, but I think that's an illusion, right? Or is this warmer? No, this is warmer. It's so hard to tell when they... Yeah, that's warmer, I saw it now. Let's put it there. Doesn't matter, I can use both, but I prefer a more cool tone one. And you're just sitting there like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. And I have to bronze up because I have no color whatsoever. I said this in like all my videos, it feels like, but I always have the lightest shade in foundation. It does look like it, I know a lot of people say, but that's just because I'm so red in my skin. I get... I'm blushing very easily and get upset and stuff, so my skin always looks red, and that makes it look not so pale. But when I take on foundation and match my skin, I am always the lightest one, and usually now brands have become much better at it, but before there were no foundation that was light enough, so I always had to use these lightning drops to make the lighter, but now brands are better at both darker shades and lighter shades, and that's, you know, better with, you know, powders. This is gonna be a long video. That's better with, you know, powder. Now I said powders again. Oh my god. Foundations that like CC creams, or that are much sheerer, because you don't have to have the perfect shade because it's not full coverage, you know. But yeah, what I was saying was I have to add a lot of color to me, otherwise I will look so pale, and I would like to look a little bit thinner than I do. And since I have been feeling not so good, that's why my hair looks like this, because the quality of my hair is very dependent on my well-being. Like for most people it is like that, so it breaks. So I can't do anything about this. I just have to wait for it to grow, and it grows very quickly, but it annoys me because it's never been this bad that it is right now, but it's getting better. And that reminds me, I have to take my pills. Yeah. Let's see. But I like this because you can build it up, and now it looks really dark in the camera, and that's also because, you know, I have that light. You won't go out in that light. And also, most of you probably know this, but blush and bronzer fades a bit the first hour you have it on. So I always take a little bit too much, and then it will fade. Like that. We'll settle for that right now. And I'm actually going to take my Marc Jacobs bronzer, I think. This one, because I haven't used this in a while. And that, what is that? How did you get stuff on you? This is really good. This is the Lush and Libido, right? I love the packaging. It looks like that. And I like that you can take the brush, because I've used this a few times. I had it in one of my treasure chests last year, and it doesn't blend, you know, it's not an overspray. I actually cream contoured last, when was it? Saturday. But I always think of doing cream contour when I have already powdered, and then I can't do it. So this is the best blush brush ever. I have some that I like as well, but this from Real Techniques is the best. And they don't sell this anymore, not in the same format, so I don't want this to break, because they have new ones, but I have tried them and they are not the same. This is just perfect because for my application technique, because it spreads out the shade and you don't have to go, you know, like this that much. I just pat it on like that. And I rather take a little and build it up, you know. And that's also the good thing, because if you do this first, and then when you have done your eyeshadow, you can see if all the color has gone away. And I really want to use this soon. This is the Too Faced Natural Lust Bronzer, but I'm afraid I will ruin the pan. I don't want to do that. This smells nice. And now I don't have to talk about that in this video. Highlighter. What highlighter do I want to use? I have Marc Jacobs, but they are so glittery. I don't want to use those. Let's take the Hourglass one. This is the Ambient Metallic Strobe Lightning Palette. It's silvery and dirty. These are not like the normal strobe powders. These are more metallic, but it's not like... And since pink is one of my favorite shades for highlighter, I'm taking that one. Like that. I really like Hourglass powder products because they actually do what everyone says. You know, when people say, oh, it looks flawless and it looks airbrushed and everything. And yeah, it really does. I have a palette I'm going to show you with a bronzer in it, but I would really like to have actually a darker bronzer because it takes a while to build that up since it is more in this type of powder style. You know, that is more airbrushed. But I would like to have that because this is even smaller pans than this, you can see. And I have a bronzer in here. It's filtered bronze light and it's really light, so it's just more like a bronzer topper. Maybe that will work. Wait, what is that? No, yeah, I have 2 of these. Never mind, but the blushes are really pretty. I have 4 palettes. Yeah, you will see that in my palette collection. Never mind. But I'm going to use not that right now. I'm just talking. I have just come here and I've gone 21 minutes. Yay. I like this. Like that. And now I'm just going to take the finishing powder from, you know, the first Hourglass palette. And I just, oops, mix them all, kind of. And this just makes it all melt together like it's seamless. Oh, I can see my... It's so weird. It makes the blush and everything just go together. And that's what I think this will do. It's just a little more shiny, but it's so nice. Like that. So I don't spray it now. Yay. I think I'm actually going to do my brows next. I usually do them last, but since I have realized that I usually forget to do them when I do them last, I have decided to do them before my eyeshadow. And I'm using, you know, my old Freedom powder. It's Revolution. I'm using this side from the Auburn one. It's amazing. And I have a real dent in this one. I don't know if you can see, but you know, this will never finish up. I'm not very particular about my brows because, like I said, sometimes I even forget to do them. But yeah, it looks better when I have done them, I think. Gunvald, sluta! Hej! Smaska inte! Hej! Ska jag behöva komma bort till dig? Tönt. Jag hatar när man smaskar. Fan heter smaskar? That sound, can you hear it? What's that called? When you... Gunvald! That chewing sound. Ugh, I hate it. What's it called? I don't know. Never mind. Like that. Because I have brows, but they are so light, so I can live with that for now. Now we are going to do eyeshadow. Where is the primer? There. So I use my MAC paint pot, and I'm really trying to use this a lot. I think that when I'm going on the cruise, I'm going to take this with me, and if I don't use it, you know, after the cruise, I'm going to throw it away so I don't take it home with me, because I have a backup and it's getting really old. So I like to take things with me there that I can use up, like for instance this one. I'm not using it anymore because I want it to last for the cruise. It's the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. And this I just use to even out my base on the eyelids. It's not a tutorial, so you don't have to tell everyone what you do. Hey, är du sur? Then I use my Pegasus primer. I couldn't do my makeup without this. This is everything, and I have so many backups now. It lasts forever, but this is, I have almost used this up. It looks white when you take it out, like that, but it's see-through on the lid. And I don't set it ever. If you wait a bit, it will dry down, but yeah. And the eyeshadow never creases. I had a big problem with that before I became a makeup artist and did my education, that my eyeshadow always creases because I have oily lids, but it never does with this. It's amazing. Now, can we please take away some crap over here? Like that. So, what are we going to do? I think I need a new drink. Yay. Let's see. I've been doing a lot of blue and green, but I never planned like that, but I just feel very drawn to this green, so let's try that. And I don't know about quality. I've just swatched some of the shimmers and they feel really nice, so we'll see. And I usually always do my makeup in the same way. I put down a crease shade, and I always use colorful eyeshadows for it. I rarely do neutral looks, so, and if I don't do a neutral look, I don't need a neutral crease. Then it's just like, you know, normally when I do a look, you don't see the crease shade that I use later if I don't specifically want that. But yeah, let's see, where is that brush? There. It works fine so far, but these types of shades have a tendency of fading, so we'll see. And I have recently started to do a more pointy shape here, because I'm into that. Usually I do a rounded one, and people get so annoyed when you do a rounded shape and then have a winged eyeliner. And I always have a winged eyeliner. I'm not myself if I don't have a winged eyeliner. And I'm also that type of person, as you may know if you usually are here, that I do my eyes at the same time, because sometimes I do stuff and I don't remember what I have done, and I want it to be the same on both eyes. So, and then I don't have to clean the brushes all the time either. So it works fine as a crease shade anyway. It's so hard to use these types of greens when you have the French shade in the Paulina, you know, the blush try palette. But yeah, it works okay. I'm not mind blown, but it's not a bad shade in any way. But everything will come down to if it fades away totally. Like that. Now is the question, because the only matte shade is left is a pink. But I think I can use the blue, because that's a satin. The question is if I need to have another brush or I can use these. Let's see. Sorry, maybe this is really boring. I don't know, you know, people, I love to watch Get Ready With Me videos. Not mine, but others. Especially love Lisa's, they are so fun. Because it's like hanging out with a friend, but I don't know. I'm a weird friend. Let's see if this picks up. Yeah, it looks like it does actually. Will I get fallout now? Well. Ooh. Maybe this will work. I'm just patting it on a bit. It looks more shimmery than a satin though. I don't know what I want to do. I'm just putting on shades here. Because I just feel like playing. I just want something to be in the middle of this, and because there are a lot of dark shimmer. I want to use that shimmer. I want to use that shimmer as well. The first shade I used was called Trolls, because this is, you know, the 90s baby. And now I'm using Tamagotchi. I was born 1986, so I'm 34. I just turned 34. Oh god, the fallout. I loved the 90s. God, there is a lot of kick up, but at the same time, this shade is not made to use like this. I'm just being very careful here. But I had all these things, you know, VHS. Are you saying that VHS? No. We are saying VHS. What are you saying? Doesn't sound like you are saying VH. I don't know. And you know, Polly Pocket, Tamagotchi, floppy disk, scrunchy, ring pop, Furby, jellies, you know, it's so fun. I love nostalgic things. And I love how it was so colorful. It felt like, I don't know, there is Gunvald. I'm not very good at what is typical for different generations and everything, but the 80s and the 90s were so colorful. It feels like the after, you know, the time after is just, you know, the most people you will see in the 2000 will have just neutral eyeshadow and not a lot of makeup, and yeah. But I don't know, I could be wrong. But it just feels like that. Let's take the little small one. Men Gunvald, du får vänta lite. Jag kan väl inte gå ut så här. Taking Gunvald out, but I can't say that in Swedish. You can't not understand that in English. Go lägg dig Gunvald. But I'm doing it when I'm done. It's Monday today and I have the day off because I work next Sunday. And they are coming to check the ventilation today. I don't like when they are... It's good that they check the ventilation because it sounds a lot, but I don't like when they are coming into my apartment and doing stuff, and they will probably ask a lot of stuff, and I don't know. I don't know about stuff. Gunvald! Vad gör du där borta? Kom här, ta leksaken. Hitta leksaken. Där Gunvald. Gunvald! Ja, tog du den leksaken? Ta den då. Ja, ta den då. Duktig. Ja, du är så duktig. Kom då. Ja, vad du är duktig. Ja. Wee. Är du duktig? Är du duktig? Kan du vänta lite? Now I'm going to take... I think I'm actually going for the shimmer. Let's hope this works, because I want to use... I've used these two, and now I want to use that scrunchy, and then I want to use Tiger Beat. I don't know, Tiger Beat. We'll see if this works. But I'm going to take Tiger Beat first. Let's see. Nej, Gunvald. I don't know if you have to spray these, but I want to spray them anyway. Well, that looks good. Looks really foil when I turn my head. It looks like I have hard pan on my eye. Ja, men lille vännen va. Ta det då! Be brave! Ta den då! Ja, du vågar Gunvald. Ta leksaken. Du är så mesig. Ta den. Ta den. Ta leksaken. I have a fence. I don't know what you call it. And he's so afraid of that. And it's not in the way, but as soon as it's close by, he do the moonwalk past them. Ja, kom igen då. Ta leksaken. Vad gör du? Ja, då får du vänta lite då. Mes, he doesn't take the toy. Det hjälper inte att du backar där, gumman. Du är så mesig. Du, vi ska gå ut snart. Hallå? Hallå? Låtsas inte som du inte hör mig. Do you want me to go out looking half done? No. Lägg dig ner så länge då om du inte vågar ta leksaken. Like that. And now I'm taking the scrunchie. I'm so excited for this shade. Ooh. It looks amazing. Oh, I'm spraying on my iPad. Oh, this is super foil. It even got almost too foil with the Fix Plus. Ooh. This I will have to work a bit to blend, I can see. I'm taking that blue I had before, just to make it, you know, go in the crease. But it's good, the green has not faded away, so that's good. That. I'm going to fix this a bit, but I'm taking it over here first. I want to spray it. Ew. It's hard to move it around when you have sprayed it, but otherwise it won't stick that easy. But it's super foiled. I love shimmers that looks like this. Now I'm being a little more careful so I don't get that much that I got on the other side. Taking a little bit. But God, this shade is pretty. And that just gave me a little forehead. Just taking that one. Love this brush. It's the Sigma E45. It's amazing. You won't know you need it until you have it and have tried it. Like that. Now I'm just taking more of the, because it's so specific without being small, and it makes it easier to blend. It looks more blue here, weird. Yeah, now I have to take the green. But sometimes, you know, I say that I don't like to work a lot with the eyeshadows, but some shades are fun to work with, you know, that's the difference. I hope you know what I mean, but some shades is just, you know, it doesn't matter how much you take or work, they will not do what you want them to do. But these shades and, you know, other good shades are like, they are fun to work with, but because something happens when you do it. Now I'm just blending these two together a bit. Ooh, that was pretty. Because I don't want it to have this harsh line. And shimmers blend together easy. It's not like matte that you have to think about color theory like that. Now these are shades that go well together either way, but you don't have to be that careful. That looks nice. And I think I'm going to have the shimmer jellies, that one, on my lower lash line. Love to have shimmers on the lower lash line. It's just that, yeah, no mind. Like that. See that I will have to powder a bit because I look blue under my eyes, but it's not that bad. And you know, a lot of people don't do, oh, I can put that in, oh no, put their base on after, but I don't like doing that. So like that. And I think, do I have this here? Is there a shade that goes well? Will that be too dark? I'm going to take that shade from the Explorers, yeah, to have in my inner corners. I love this. This is the best buy ever. It goes perfect. It's perfect. Then I'm going to take a bit of, ooh, that one, definitely. That one, because that's green and blue. And I'm just going to put a little bit on my lower lash line, because I did that yesterday in a look, just a little bit, and it was so nice. I wish I had more of these. It's from the Cleona ones. The stained glass collection, the jeweled, whatever. I wish I had more of those because they're so nice. And this is flipping between green and the sea foamy blue that I have on my eyes, which I can see. I don't know if you can see that it's flipping like that. I don't think you can, because these are multi-chromes. This light is, you know, terrible. I don't think you can see it because the light doesn't change, but you have to trust me. Where did I put the shade there? So it looks really green now, and now it doesn't. Like that. I was just going to say, and now I'm just going to put on the rest of my makeup, and then I will be back. But you are actually here for the whole ride, and we are going in on 45 minutes soon. Feels like that side is darker. Ooh, I feel like a mermaid. I did that yesterday as well, but I like that. So let's do waterline. What do we want to use for the waterline? That one, I think. Oops. No. Linda Hallberg Avoir Flash. It looks like a greeny blue glittery one, so it will be perfect. Ja, Gunvald. Men jag är snart klar. Kan vi gå ut och jaga Pokémon? Det gillar inte du. Pokémon. Like that. And then we are doing the eyeliner. Now I'm almost done, people. NYX Epic Ink. I have to buy a new one. I don't know if you can see anything, but I have a video where I show you how I do my eyeliner. Now I have the mirror so I don't see what I'm doing. Det är snart klar, Gunvald. Du. Det är snart klar. Sorry, I don't talk that good when I'm doing this. Oh, this one got bigger. Du, ta inte mat. Kom här. No, that actually got bigger. Weird. Kom. Kom här. Vi ska strax gå ut, gumma lille. Kom här. I can do it. And then I'm just going to bend my lashes. Little bit, because they are really long, but they are straight. Now I'm using this that Paulina's recommended, you know, you better work volume and curl, and I like it so far. I don't get, you know, the black dots under my eyes. And yeah, and I still try to figure out why my eyes starts to water up. So now I don't use mascara on the inner part of the lashes to see if that helps, but I don't think so, because they ran yesterday. And they do that even though I don't have makeup on, but then I don't notice it that much. Like that. Sorry if this is boring. But I just taking the moment, you know, I finally get the hang on filming. I think it's good sound and it's okay image, and I think it's fun, and there is so much stuff I want to do that I'm just, well, now I'm doing my makeup, let's put on the camera, you know. So then we just have to take a lipstick, and I feel like taking a neutral one. Like that. God, I really like this. And I just have to take away, have to cover up some of the fallout. So I'm taking the Body Shop powder. And I'm not going anywhere, so it doesn't matter. I'm just meeting the guys that are, just assuming it's guys, that are fixing my ventilation. Should we take something from Jeffrey maybe? Do we have Human Nature? No. Christmas cookie maybe? I'm sorry. Not. Yeah, I have a hard time talking. No, doing my upper lip because I have freckles and stuff, so I don't see a very clear line of where my lip is, so it's always a bit of a struggle. But it's easier with, you know, light colors. Ja, kolla snart då. Is that even? like this shade more than I thought, you know, because it doesn't look special except the packaging. Yeah, and now we're just going to spray, and this is almost done. Like that. I really like this look. Gunvald. And I like the palette, so I'm excited to use the other ones. So we'll see if you can read this, if it's in the right way, but probably not. But this is the 90s Baby by Peachy Queen. And how many shades did I use? 5? Open. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 5 shades. So I used the blues and the greens, you know. But if you have watched the video, you know what I used. Did I just put my nail in? No. But yeah, I hope you can see. I really like this look, how it turned out. I love blues and greens together like this. And this looks like mermaidy. So yeah, that was all for this video. I have probably forgotten something, but now I'm taking out a very restless Gunvald. And we'll see if I record some of my palette collection videos, so you can see them soon, because I won't upload any until I have filmed all 10 videos. And the first part is 1 hour and 30 minutes. And that's, you know, actual stuff I'm talking about, because I paused the camera when I was getting all the palettes and so, oh god, yeah. God, I really like, is it bad to say that I really like this eye look? And I really like, you know, the flawless thing, you know, if you zoom in, it's not flawless, but, you know, the hourglass powder, should have used concealer though. But yeah, I'm not going anywhere, so never mind. Let's wrap it up, because 52 minutes. Well, okay. Bye.